7 years ago, I was working in Five Guys in Croydon, literally flipping burgers, frying fries, you name it. And today I can say I'm actually on the Forbes 30 under 30 Europe list. I have worked with some amazing international brands like Sony Music, Paramount. I have featured in multiple press articles like Business Insider, Evening Standard, BBC. And honestly, this is no luck. This wasn't due to connections. This wasn't because I was somebody extra special. This is all down to intentional thinking, goal setting, and manifesting with action. So in this video, I'm going to break down 4 ways that helped me to manifest my dream life. And these 4 ways are going to help you to manifest whatever you want as well. Because if I can do it, you guys can do it. When I'm telling you, I started from literally the bottom, and the life I have now is so different and almost unrecognizable to who I was a few years ago. Trust me, if I can do it, you guys can do it. So let's get into the video. Before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this around reinvention, rebranding, and how you can change your life and manifest and dream and gain anything you want, because anything is actually possible. Point number 1, you need to see your dream to believe it. When I was working at Five Guys in Croydon, my environment was not a reflection of who I really wanted to be. But despite that, I forced myself to see the reality I wanted for myself. This is gonna sound so silly, but the reality I wanted for myself, I saw in shows like Selling Sunset, in shows like
Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac, Real Housewives of Dubai, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
When I was watching these shows, that reality resonated more with me than when I was walking around in Croydon. So I would consume a lot of reality TV that resonated with the lifestyle I wanted. Now, yes, we know reality TV can be trash. We know that there's gossip, there's drama, but I more mean just seeing big houses or luxury cars, you name it, or the girlies going for tea. I consumed a lot of that because that's where I wanted to be. That was the lifestyle I wanted for myself. Another thing I would do is scroll on Pinterest constantly. Now you can see in the background, I've got my 3 vision boards from the last 3 years. I was always, before actually printing vision boards, just scrolling on Pinterest and saving, again, the lifestyle I wanted. If there was pictures that resonated with that girl who I wanted to be, I would be saving it down. And then anytime I felt down or like, oh, I want this certain life, I would look back in my Pinterest boards and just like visualize, I can get it, I can get it, I can get it. And then I decided, okay, after that point, I need to start printing it, because I realized the power of having vision boards in actual real life that you can hold and you can see every day. Number 2, you want to write down your biggest, wildest dreams, okay? The stuff that if you say out loud, people are not going to believe you, or people are going to try and put you down. Write it down for yourself personally. You do not need to share these goals with other people. From young, I was writing that I want to be a TEDx speaker. I was writing that I want to be on the Forbes list. You can write down brand collaborations. You can write down how many followers you want to gain. Whatever it is, write down your goals. As crazy as it might sound to other people, just do it. The thing that I did that a lot of people fail to do is people will write down their wildest dreams and then sort of leave it there. They'll leave it to the universe, they'll leave it to God, they'll leave it to whoever to just do it. Part of manifesting in my way is you have to take action. If you don't take action, it's not going to happen. Let me repeat that. If you do not take action, it's not going to happen. So once you've got your big skyrocket out of the box dreams, what you then need to do is work backwards. What is something you can do from today that contributes to that goal? So for example, when I knew I wanted to be on the Forbes list, I was watching YouTube videos of other people talking about how they got on the Forbes list. That's something that I could do, you know, in Croydon. It doesn't matter where I am, the environment. Anyone can pick up their phone and watch a video. So that's what I did. Cool. I was taking notes of what people said they were doing. And one thing that kept coming up was people were saying, invest in your personal brand. So then from there, I looked into personal branding. And then I started to make sure that, okay, cool. When I was working in Five Guys, and then after that, I got my first apprenticeship, I was like, I'm going to use my apprenticeship to personal brand. And that's what I did. So it was small steps where you can work backwards. So that way, every week, every month, every quarter, you are working towards that goal. You are actioning, because it won't happen if you don't action, okay? People forget to get to your goal, you do need to do daily steps. And I'll be so real with you. I am not the person that's going to sit here and tell you, wake up at 6 a.m, go to the gym, drink your water, spread your bed, because let's be honest, that's not what got me on the Forbes list. Think about what your big goal is and work backwards. And if you don't know, ask ChatGPT. Tell ChatGPT what your goal is, and then say, I want to reach this goal in 10 years time, 5 years time, 2 years time. What are some daily actionable steps that I can do now with the environment I'm in now to get there? and then follow the steps, guys. Number 3, you need to place yourself in environments and rooms that match the lifestyle you want, okay? So in my world, right, I envisioned a luxury lifestyle where I'm able to be free. I don't have to rely on a job. I can go to afternoon tea. I can go out with the girls shopping, like a very girly lifestyle, but one that I've worked hard for. So I would just put myself in places that made me feel that level of excitement and niceness. So for example, I used to just go to hotels to co-work. Okay, so yeah, I was in a 9 to 5. That's my environment and that's the truth. That's what I was living in. But that doesn't mean that, you know, on the days where I could work from home, I can't go and take myself and work in a fancy bougie hotel in Mayfair, because I already knew, okay, that's the lifestyle I want. It might not be I want to work in a bougie hotel in Mayfair doing a 9 to 5, but eventually I would like to work in a bougie hotel in Mayfair running my own business. So what's stopping me now from taking myself, my laptop, to go sit in that environment around other people that were in that world or in business that I found inspirational? So placing yourself in environments that resonate with where you want to go, because you can do that. So say, for example, your dream is to work in tech or whatever it is, find networking events in tech and just go. Even if you have to pay for the ticket to be there, do it. Before I was getting invited to fashion events and cool events and industry events, I would sometimes just pay for tickets to go to these events, because a lot of these events you can pay for tickets to go, or a lot of these pop-ups you can pay for tickets to go. So depending on your goal, if you can pay to be in the room, pay to be in the room. Get in the room, familiarize yourself with the people, the environment, how it makes you feel, and before you know it, you'll be invited in those rooms. Place yourself in these rooms, guys, because the moment you surround yourself with people that resonate with the dream life you want, you're just gonna embody it even more. People always say, show me your friends and I'll tell you your future. If you have 5 friends and everyone's a millionaire, you'll be the next one. But if you have 5 friends that are just broke, doing nothing with their life, you'll be the next one. So if you don't have that natural to your environment, force yourself into those environments. And the last point I would say is, do not be afraid to rebrand your life. What is stopping a lot of people is they're afraid to rebrand who they are. They've seen themselves as this version for so long, and everybody around them sees themselves as that version. So they're afraid to try something new, step into something new. Part of my whole journey from 5 Guys to Forbes took a lot of reinvention. It took a lot of rebranding. Every little thing. I'm talking about the way I used to dress versus how I dress now. I used to dress a lot of street style, ripped jeans, you know, crop tops, all of that stuff. I'm not saying I wouldn't wear that now, but now my style is a lot more preppy, suited and booted, because that's the woman I wanted to be. You don't have to buy designer, but just start dressing how you want to be addressed. Start dressing how the woman or the man you want to be like. If you want to start a YouTube channel, start the YouTube channel. If you want to start a TikTok, start the TikTok. A big part of what got me from this 5 Guys to Forbes was my TikTok. I now have 45K followers on that platform. And when I first did it, I was obviously nervous. It was different. People were thinking, who does she think she is? Does she think she's an influencer? But I didn't care. I kind of let the noise just go, whatever, because I knew my goal. I knew where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. Part of rebranding is getting over the fear of caring what other people think, because it's a rebrand. So anybody who doesn't get that and wants the old version of you, they're not meant to be on this new journey for you. People are probably not going to get what you're doing at first, but it doesn't matter. Cancel them out and just focus on where you need to go, because they'll either get with it or get lost. That's what I personally say. And the great thing about rebranding yourself is you will find people along the journey who are doing similar things to you, or are maybe even in front of you, that you can then align yourself with. A rebrand feels amazing. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, do it. If you want to change your bio on Instagram, do it. If you want to start dressing differently, do it. If you want to go back to uni, do it. Whatever you want to do it. Don't let anybody stop you from your rebrand, because either way, time's gonna fly. 10 years down the line, you can either be the same or you can do something different. And I knew I didn't want to be doing 5 Guys forever. And I didn't want to have not just the point of working in 5 Guys, but the identity attached. This Croydon girl with stereotypes. I wanted a whole new life. And a lot of people that I used to go to school with do not recognize me now. And it's the truth. So to summarize, what I will say is going from 5 Guys to Forbes was not easy. It didn't take 5 seconds. It was a 7-year process. You know, when I was in 5 Guys, I was like 17, 18. I'm now 25. I was on the Forbes list at 24, and everything else happened between the age of 23 to 25. So it doesn't happen overnight. But if you take these daily steps, it will happen. And guess what? Time goes anyway. So you can either make daily routines and steps to get to where you want to go to, so that 10 years down the line, you are where you want to be, or you can settle. The choice is yours. But if you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more reinvention, self-development. If you have any questions about Forbes in general, how to get on the list, what you can do to apply, what it means to be on the list. I'm going to be creating more content on that, so subscribe to not miss out.